Okay, now, what fascinates me and a lot of our audience is your relationship with your son Droopy. I always say that out of all the reality series out there, there should really be one on you and your son. I mean, here you are, for real. Here you are, a hip hop icon that is still relevant in the game. You're still setting trends. You're still creating slang that these youngsters are still using. And then you have your son, whose age bracket lies within the target audience of this generation's hip hop demographic. So basically, his friends are most likely in line buying your album. How does that relationship work? I mean, are you more like friends? Is it still strictly father and son relationship? Can you describe that to us?
Yeah, it's a trip. You know, because we got a great chemistry, and you know, those who know Droopy know that he's a real intelligent dude that carry himself like a grown-up ever since he was young. You know, real smart. Man to man is incredible producer, also an open-minded person, and he's my son. He's my son, and he's one of my best. He's my best friend besides my wife. You know, we friends. Like, so it's like it's a beautiful thing, man. It can't get no better, you know.
Right.
It don't get no better. In his chemistry, it's like he got an old soul. It's like he know how to. It's like he know how to do that old school throwback music, and he know how to do this new shit. So, I mean, it just happened. It wasn't forced. You know, I had him on my album. It's a trip too. You know, I took this man to Richmond, California at 3 years old to Kalu Studios to talk on my album Federal. He's 3 years old. He got out on a song called Questions. You know, he just asked me a whole bunch of questions. I wanted to make that a skit because that's all he used to do. And I'm taking him to KinderCare, child care center in Vallejo every morning. He asked me hella questions. He was always curious, and it's always good to ask questions because that's how you learn.
Right.
And so we did that. Then a couple years later, he's 6 years old. I got him on In a Major Way on a song called It's All Bad. Now he's rapping. So this boy is a 6-year-old rapper. So he's rapping at that time. He rapped on an album that went platinum. Okay. So then a couple years later, he's 9. He's 9 years old now. Now he's rapping on a song called Growing Up on an album called Hall of Fame. That album went to sell over 700,000 records, went gold. I mean, you know, 10 years later, here we go, 2005. My Ghetto Report Card goes gold. He produced on that album. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's incredible. It's like, I don't know how it all unfolded. It wasn't forced. It just happened.
I think you got to give a lot of credit to yourself. You just raised them right.
I believe that we got old school morals, me and wifey, and we cut from that 80s cloth, and you know, we was able to see how our parents raised us, and we always said to ourselves, you know, we got to take after what our parents did us, and it was a beautiful thing, and my kids respect me and wife. You understand? So I just thank God for everything.
All right, so now you got your 2 latest albums coming out at the same time, Revenue Retrieving Day Shift and Revenue Retrieving Night Shift. We've seen Nelly and Mac Dre drop 2 albums at the exact same time before. What is the idea behind the concept of you dropping these 2 albums?
Okay, I get to that. But before Nelly and Dre did 2 albums, I had a double CD that went gold called The Element of Surprise. So that was just like 2 albums too, because it was sold at the full retail price of like $36. At that time, you know, it was common to drop 2 albums. You know, it's just now it's been a research, you know, just revised, and now I'm just doing it separately. And the reason I did it is because, not trying to follow anybody's trends or anything, but keep it 1,000 with you, man. I have so much material, and that's all I do is record. Even when I'm on vacation, I can't sit there for 7 days on vacation to be all up in the, you know, jacuzzi or whatever. Whatever the situation is, I gotta get my ass up and go find me a studio at least one time out of that 7-day vacation.
Right.
If I'm in the Bahamas, Hawaii, I don't care what I'm in. You see what I'm saying? It's just like I got so many songs and music is my life, and basically, you know, I was like, shit, let me do 2 songs, man. I got an audience now that it's some unheard of stuff, bro. You know, I'm just keeping it 1,000 around with you. It's some unheard of stuff when you got a fan base that can be 6, 7 years old, man, to in their 40s.
Right.
So it's like I got a lot of people. You got some people that want that love the old school throwback music. Then you got some of these newer people that love me to stay within my envelope, but also come with some of the today's sound. You see what I'm saying? So without leaving nobody out, you know what I'm saying? This time I lean more to I'm going to keep it 1,000. These 2 albums, I lean more to my fan base. I stuck to my old school fan base, but it's not old school music. You know what I'm saying? I did what I wanted to do on this. I just let it out. I don't have no major label had control over me. I'm signed to Droop E's label, which is Heavy on the Grind Entertainment, and that's directly through EMI. So it's not a liaison in the middle. It's not a middleman or anything like that. It's directly to them. It's a distribution deal. You see what I'm saying? So basically what made me do the 2 albums is, it ain't about how many I'm going to sell first week and all that, because them days it's not really, we ain't really tripping on that. It's about we in it for the long run. We in it to put good music out there and let the music spread and work an album for a year or 2. You know what I mean? Continue working. So I got 19 songs on each album, 2 bonus tracks on iTunes on each album. So you got to realize that I got a whole bunch of music out there. So I've been hitting them with visuals. I got visuals already in the can. You're going to start seeing a video every week. I'm probably going to have another one up next week. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm catching that on World Star. Like every week you got something up there.
Yeah, that's what, and I thank God for, websites like World Star, because, nowadays you got your average cat in the hood. He got iPhones and BlackBerries. They able to go online, hear music. They well focused. They Twittering, and these are hood cats, man. It's a social networking world now, man. It's either turn with the times or the times no turn on you. It was times where I was stubborn back in the day to even text. I was like, man, I don't need all that text messaging. Man, you better text nowadays if you want to get some business handled.
All right.
I just be focused, bro. I'm on the case like a lawyer for real.
All right. You've been tuned in to Vcious Entertainment, the West Best Thing in digital video. Thank you, E-40. I wish you much success, and success will keep coming to you. Hopefully we'll work together soon. Bay Area, stand up.